And good evening, tarot fans. Welcome to Tarot Thursday. I'm Reverend Mary, and with me is Reverend Bryan, and we are here to answer your questions with 3-card, more or less, tarot draws. We've both learned from our mentor, Reverend Don Lewis. And so when you have a question for us, you can go ahead and post it in chat on whatever platform you are watching on. Good evening to our tarot fans as you're joining us. So we'll go over our disclaimers. We do not do readings for the gender of your unborn offspring, but we wish you congratulations. We're not medical people, so we don't do medical advice. We're not legal people, so we don't do legal advice. And we cannot predict the outcome of any of the conflicts going on now, although we really wish everybody would learn to share their toys and play nice together.
Pretty much.
It worked in kindergarten. It'll work for grown-ups too. Okay. So if anyone has a question for us, go ahead and post in chat. And how are you tonight, Bryan?
I'm good. It's Thursday. One more day to Friday.
One more day to Friday. Yay.
Do you want to tell everybody about Sunday?
Yes, we will. So please join us Sunday here. Merry Meet Anissa and Happy Ostara to you. We will be hosting a equinox ritual. Whatever channel you're watching us on, you can probably see the ritual on. And it will be led by Reverend Don Lewis. Reverend Bryan and I will both have parts in it. We will be celebrating both the spring equinox and Ostara for those of us in the northern hemisphere, as well as the fall equinox and Mabon for those of us in the southern hemisphere. So please join us at 8 Central, 9 Eastern. You can find it definitely at Divination TV on both Facebook and YouTube, and also Corellian TV on both Facebook and YouTube. And also, I'll go ahead and mention, and I'll throw up this caption. We will have the last of our Pagan Power series will be Saturday at 10 a.m. Central, 11 a.m. Eastern with Ed the Pagan Hubbard. And that will be at Pagan World /Pagan Power. That's pagan.world /Pagan Power. And that is the third and final episode in our Pagan Power series. All right. Hello, Renee. And yes, we can do a general reading for you. And how did our general reading for last week work out for you, Renee?
I don't think we did one for Renee last week.
Did we not see you last week, Renee? And Anissa wants to know, will there be rain on Saturday? So we'll ask if there's rain where Anissa is.
I'm going to go with check with your meteorologist.
That might be better, really. We'll add that to the disclaimers. We're not meteorologists.
I know several, but I don't practice meteorology.
If I lived near you, I could give you a good indication on whether or not my joint's safe.
Okay.
Hi, Sean. And Sean says, you too rock. Love watching you. Can I have a general reading? Yes, you can.
Flattery does not allow for better readings, just so you know. Just saying.
But we like flattery anyway.
We do.
All right. So the first card I've got for you, Renee, is the Three of Wands. And so this is talking about getting help in your current situation. And then I've got the Queen of Swords card. And the Queen of Swords talks about looking in your current situation, look to past situations. What has worked in the past, what didn't work in the past, and decide how you're going to proceed based on that. And then we've got the Two of Lamps. And here we see someone doing some scrying to see how to proceed, which is what you're doing now, basically. So we'll pull one more card. And I've got the Ten of Wands, which indicates a situation where you're kind of stuck. So you are waiting for your situation. Your current situation is almost ready to move, but not quite. And over to you, Bryan.
So the first card I have is the World, which says you're going through a cycle of completion, at least with one set of tasks. The second card I have is the Page of Wands, which tells me that the next chapter is really going to be about taking more direct action. But also with the third card, I have the Emperor, which is the next taking of action has to come from the place of authority. There is no willy-nilly. Whatever the next step is, it has to be done and done forcefully or with authority. So I would say the next chapter, when you decide to do something, do it and do it with conviction, or don't do it unless you feel ready to do so.
All right. My cards are being fun. Hi, Honeybee and Elio and Tiffany. Now we will do a general reading for Sean. And Anissa, you can certainly post another question for us.
What's next, Sean?
Yes.
Okay.
Hi, Tammy. Hey, Kai, how are you?
Okay.
Okay, so the first card I've got for you, Sean, is the Three of Pentacles, and this is about working hard and getting recognition for your hard work and your skill at what you do. Then the next card I have for you is the Prince of Wands. And wands are about our passions. There's a lot of energy with the Prince of Wands, but it's not focused. So you need to put more effort into focusing this energy. And then I've got the stars, which is suggesting in your current situation, you need to be reaching out to your spirit guides, your higher self, deity, however you want to see that, for more information. And I'm going to pull one more card. And I've got the Ace of Pentacles, which suggests things are going well for you in the material realm. But yes, whatever your spirituality is, you need to put some focus into that at this time. But in the material realm, things are going well. And what you got, Bryan?
The first card I have is the Seven of Cups, which is about choices and options. And based on the second card that I have, which is the Three of Pentacles, I think your choices are around team building and who you want to be on your team, who you surround yourself with is important. Oh, did you pull that too?
Our first twofer of the evening.
We really got to get a bell for that or something. I don't know. And if you choose your team successfully and it lines up as you want it to, that project or whatever it is that you need this team for will end in victory. So just be careful on who you select to be on your team. It's important.
All right. And Aldana agrees we need a bell. A bell? Do we want a bell or a buzzer?
I don't know. We'll converse. We'll think about it offline.
All righty. And Elio has asked, you are welcome, Sean. Elio has asked for a card. I imagine we can come up with 3 each.
I was going to say, just one? They're very neurospicy. So if you ask for one, I'll give you one.
He will. And he'll pull from his deck that just says, hi, here's a card.
Yes, pretty much. Hi, here's a card. Here's the goddess. Go do her bidding. Okay, bye. That is it. That is the card. Would you like me
That's
to pull
it?
Want me to pull 2 more?
I think you can pull 2 more.
Okay. Sure. We got 4s. 4 of Cups, which is about rumination in your feelings. And the 4 of Wands, which is about the homestead. So the lady is saying, ruminate in your feelings in your home. Ta-da!
All right. And the first card I drew for you is the Ace of Wands. The wands are about our passions, the things we are really involved with. And blessings to you, Sarah. And then I've got the 4 of Lamps. So we got 3 4s. And I will add, from the point of view of numerology, the number 4 is about order. And with the 4 of Lamps, we see here Lady Chalk Ek is looking at the stars and realizing that she needs to devote more time to her spiritual practices. Then we have the Eight of Cups. And here we see a man beset on all sides by nightmares, but they're just phantoms. So then I'm going to draw one more card, and I've got the Prince of Lamps, which you can see he is sitting here in not in meditation, but taking a sacred drink. And this is about working to attain spiritual mastery. So I'm going to say you've got a lot of passion in your situation, and whatever you're afraid of, it's phantoms. You need to just turn and face them, Leo. Don't be afraid of the dark, but you do need to be focusing on your spiritual practices at this time. And then we've got Tracy came in and asked for a reading. Daisy came in and asked for a reading, and I think we've got other people behind you who have asked for readings. So I've got to scroll back up and see where we are. Okay. Honeybee asks, can you tell me why I pulled the Hanged Man? Well, we can do a general reading for you, but I want to tell you the Hanged Man is not a negative card. The Hanged Man is talking about sacrifice to gain something, but it's not necessarily negative.
Think of the hangman as more of like someone in suspension where you have to sort of trust fall. So, I mean, we could pull more cards for you, but that is the definition behind the hangman, if that's what you're asking.
As a matter of fact, I think I just saw it here.
Well, they're in here somewhere.
I found it. All right. In my particular deck, and I read with the Infinite Tarot, here we have the Hanged Man. And in this deck, it shows Odin hanging on the tree Yggdrasil for 9 days and 9 nights. He also had to sacrifice one of his eyes, but he gained the wisdom of the runes. So the Hanged Man, like I said, I always read it as the idea of you are sacrificing something in exchange for knowledge or some other benefit. It's a bargain that you make. And then go ahead with your.
Yep. So this is the Light Seers Tarot, and as I said, this person is it's more like aerial acrobatics where they're actually, when they're leaning back, they are touching their own toes, and they're with their other hand sort of sweeping down to collect those runes. Very similar to what Mary said about Odin. So think of it like sacrificing something to get the biggest reward from somewhere else.
Yeah, it's definitely not like a sign that you're going to die. Although we certainly can go ahead and pull some more cards for you. In fact, I think we should, but. So let's see what we can get for honeybee.
We're gonna get honey.
Honey is good.
Uh-oh. We are going in that general direction.
All right. So the first two cards I've got for you, I'm going to read together. So I've got the Seven of Wands, which indicates a difficult situation that's going to require careful planning in order to triumph, followed by the King of Swords, which indicates someone who considers carefully and moves with deliberate planning. So those two go together. You're going to have to plan carefully in order to succeed. And then I've got the Wheel of Fortune, which means a gift of fate. You will get some absolute luck in the situation. Things will fall in your favor, but don't neglect planning carefully, examining the situation, and coming up with a careful plan to succeed.
So the first card I pulled is the Magician, which is about manifestation and magic. Whatever you're manifesting, the sacrifice, it seems like, is either in love or in your emotions. So I would say the key is to keep those things in check without losing the hope of your love and your emotions in order to manifest whatever it is you're desiring. You should never sacrifice one element of your happiness for something else.
Okay. Now let's see, who is next? All right, so Tracy has asked for a reading about Tracy Henry. We got two Tracys asking for readings. So Tracy Henry first, who wants to know what her new job will be like.
Ugh, pardon all my yarning, folks. It's been a long week. Would you like me to go first?
If you're ready, go right ahead.
Okay, stop yawning. Sure. All right. So, obviously, with new jobs comes money. So I would say that with this new job, you will be able to indulge in yourself more on top of paying your bills and doing all the grown folk stuff. So that's good. However, your new job is going to come with choice. The Lovers is not just about love, but also usually about choices. Um, and a lot of that choice for you, especially in the early days of this new job, is going to be around your perspective and how you look at this new job, and really do what you got to do, but also don't be so quick to burn the candle at both ends. Take your time to work into this new job slowly, and be sure to, take your time. That's what's going to be important. So I hope that's helpful.
All right, so I've got the King of Pentacles, which is talking about having all the resources you need. So this job is going to work for you financially. I also have the Mind. And when this card comes up, it means there are things about the situation of which you're not aware yet, but it is a new job. So just be open to learning everything. And then I've got the Moon. And we can see people at some Stonehenge-like triptychs performing some kind of a ritual. So this suggests you can also use some magic to manifest what you want out of this job. But it's looking very positive. So I hope you find that helpful. Okay. And Sean asked, when I do my own 3-card reading on myself, I always have the need to pull the 4th. Is this common or is it curiosity? Sean, if you feel like you need another card for clarification, pull it. And Honeybee says, the wheel has been turning since summer. Thank you for confirmation. All righty. And now Daisy has asked for a career reading for the best outcome in the current job and any new opportunities coming her way. Okay, Daisy. So the first card I've got for you is the Wheel of Fortune. Second time it's come up tonight, and I have shuffled. So when this card comes up, it means you're going to have some good fortune in your job. We also have the Ace of Swords. Swords are about communication. So since you asked about any new opportunities, I'm going to say yes, you could find something new. And we have the Princess of Cups. And so a lot of times the princesses tend to hold back. Cups are around our emotions, so don't hold back expressing yourself. And I've also pulled the 9 of Lamps. And with the 9 of Lamps, we have an older woman. And with 9s, we are looking at coming to the close of a cycle. So I'm going to say you are looking at coming to the end of a cycle here with your job. So do be looking for a new opportunity. And what have you got, Bryan?
So, well, the first card I pulled is the World, which means the end of your, completion of this current opportunity. So, very similar to what you saw so far. I have the Six of Pentacles, which is about prosperity and going with the flow. So, I definitely also see the end of something going into something new. However, the third card, which is a particularly interesting one, is the Seven of Pentacles, which is about like getting on your hustle and finding something new and different, or something out of the realm of your usual job, your usual career path. So I would agree that there's something new out there, but I would err on the side of caution and not put your eggs in a new basket all at the same time. Pardon the Ostara pun.
Okay, Daisy, I hope you find that useful, not useful. Okay, and next we have Tammy, who says, I work from home and I play with my pendulum and tarot cards. Can I get a reading, please? Of course you can. And hello to Rudra Prasad. Rudra Prasad, I hope I said your name correctly.
Better you than me. If it wasn't 10:30 at night, I would say I need coffee.
Yeah, it is too late for me to drink any more coffee.
What a shame. Have to look forward to tomorrow's coffee.
Yes.
However, Apu's having coffee for us right now. It's 10:30.
Well, good for Apu. You're welcome, Daisy.
All right. Uh-oh. My cards are being literal again.
You go right ahead.
Well, as our friend mentioned, she plays with her pendulum and her tarot cards while she works from home. So, High Priestess, trust your intuition. Tower, stay away from chaos. And the Fool, trying new things. Ta-da!
All right. Well, mine's a little different.
No trying new things or avoiding chaos?
So I've got death.
Oh.
And of course, this does not mean death so much as rebirth or death and rebirth. So this means once more the ending of the cycle and being reborn as something new and probably something better. And then once I pulled it out to talk about it, I suppose it's inevitable. I'm going to pull it out in the reading. But here is the Hanged Man. So like I said earlier, we have Odin hanging on Yggdrasil, where he hung for 9 days and 9 nights and gave up one eye so that he could learn the wisdom of the runes. So this
Got
is
to keep all of
about,
his toes.
I'm sorry?
He did get to keep all of his toes, however.
He did keep his toes, yes. So this is about being willing to sacrifice to gain knowledge. And so after all this great mystical stuff happening, I got the King of Pentacles again.
Money.
So, with all the mystical things going on in your life, in the material realm, things are going well too. So, yes, I would say that's a very fortunate reading, Tammy, and I hope you find that helpful. Daisy asks, good fortune, an end of cycle, older woman. Could that be my boss? She's an older woman.
Possibly.
It could mean your boss. Good fortune and end of cycle. Well, good fortune and end of cycle means you're finishing up one cycle in your life and starting a new one, and it will be a fortunate cycle for you. All right, and now Kai has asked for a general reading.
Make things do stuff.
I sense that Kai will be doing much crafting between now and the
Oh boy.
third week in May. And then there will be a trip in her future.
I see cornfields. Lots of them.
And soy fields. And the
What?
reason that we are joking is we're all members of the Karelian nativist tradition of Wicca. And our major ritual of the year, our lustration of the ancestors, is happening in Danville, Illinois, and getting there involves driving through many cornfields and soy fields.
Or fields in general.
No, they're all corn and soy
Oh, good.
until you have to drive through them.
Oh. That's your problem. I'll be in New York.
Sooner or later, you're going to Danville.
Yeah, I know. I'll be bringing my own water. So, Kai, I need you to do less anxiety producing thinking. No matter how much busy work you give to your minions, it's fine. It'll get done eventually. At some point. Hopefully. Indulge in your things while other people are doing their busy work. It'll be fine. Go get your nails or your hair did or something. Preferably not at the same time.
Why not?
I don't know. Seems like a bad idea to me, but sure, you do you. And do a little bit of letting go. If something someone else makes is not to your liking, don't worry about it. It's fine. Make them do it again. Or do it yourself. And I'm going to pull one more card just because it's you. Oh. A new journey doing new things. What the hell else have you signed yourself up for, Kai? Ta-da.
I hope Kai's laughing.
Oh, she is.
All right, Kai, the first card I've got for you is the Three of Lamps. And this is talking about working together in community to achieve common goals.
Uh-oh.
Then I've got the Seven of Lamps. And this is talking about the need to do some kind of spiritual cleansing.
Ooh. Ice bucket challenge with Kai.
if you weren't so far away, I might smack you. So what I was going to say, Kai, is what I'm getting from this is you need to take some time for yourself and do some meditation and some sort of a spiritual cleansing. In this case, it's a nice bath under the moon, but it could be a cleansing bath. It could be a smudging, whatever works for you. But I know you've been working hard and doing enough work for three normal people. So do give yourself some time to meditate, relax, and release. And the final card I've got for you is the past. And here we see an older woman meditating on her youthful reflection. So this means let go of stuff from the past. Don't let it hold you back. Doesn't mean anything for. As Rafiki said, it doesn't matter. It's in the past.
Do we get to whack people with sticks?
I like people with sticks.
Okay.
So I
Speaking of
hope
whacking people with sticks, Jason's next.
Jason's next, but I hope that's oh my goodness, Kai. I just read your comment. We're just going to show it.
Yep. I'd hit the gas too. I don't even have a driver's license. I could find the gas pedal for that.
Yeah. And blessings to you, Ed. Thanks for joining us. And yes, Jason is next.
Like I said, speaking of whacking people with sticks.
Okay, let me get shuffled up here, Jason. I sense that Jason is already in the place of the corn and bean fields.
I was going to say. Oh, look. Someone's going on an adventure. Except the adventure's coming to him. All right.
If you're ready, go ahead. I'm still shuffling.
Okay. Jason, the Two of Pentacles means your life in daily life needs some balance. You're doing too much of something and not enough of something else. Whatever that something else is, do more of that. 2, while doing that, asserting your authority is important in order to do the something else. Telling someone you need to do more of something else and less of whatever that is that you're doing a lot of is probably important. However, whatever you're doing the most of is taking up the most of your time because it's a responsibility and your duty, which means probably your work. But look, everybody's getting in their chariot and they're going to come visit you. So we'll be there soon. Don't work so hard. Ta-da! That's that on that.
I'm scrolling down to see what
Oh yeah, I have met Roger. Big stick with stick.
Okay. And now I will pull 3 cards for Jason.
More or less.
Lots of So I've got the Prince of Swords. And so here we've got air and air.
Tornado?
Yeah, no,
No.
but things are lots of wind. If I say windy energy, it's not coming out right.
That's my job.
Yes, that's your job, Bryan. There is a lot of energy blowing around. Bryan, you're not helping. You have
Things
a
are
lot.
blowing
Hush.
around.
Jason, you have a lot of air energy around you right now, and you need to focus that. And I'm not looking at Bryan anymore. Then I've got the Seven of Pentacles, which means you've got financial resources. Material resources are very much on your mind right now, which for a man running a major event who just started a new job, I can't imagine you'd be thinking about anything else. And then we've got the Prince of Cups. And cups are about communication. And with the Prince of Cups, communication is very important, especially about being sure your message is being heard. So be sure you are communicating effectively right now, Jason. And I hope that is helpful. And at this point, we're going to close out readings for the evening, and we're going to run through our announcements again. And if you want to book a reading with Reverend Bryan, Reverend Don Lewis, or me, please go to divinationtv.com, your destination for all things divination. And you can book readings with us there. And we are also concluding our Pagan Power series at pagan.world/pagan power Saturday at 10 a.m. Central. That's 11 a.m. Eastern with Ed the Pagan Hubbard. He'll be finishing up with how to use pagan power. And then finally, just a reminder that on Sunday, the 24th at 8 p.m. Central, 9 p.m. Eastern, Reverend Don Lewis will be leading a equinox ritual. We'll be celebrating Ostara for those of us in the Northern Hemisphere, and Mabon for those of us in the Southern Hemisphere. You can see that at Divination TV on either Facebook or YouTube, or at Corellian TV on either Facebook or YouTube. And Reverend Bryan and I both have parts in that ritual.
Yep.
So, and I want to thank all our tarot fans for coming out and joining us tonight. We appreciate each and every one of you. And I will be back next week with Reverend Don Lewis. We're going to give Reverend Bryan the night off.
And then you'll see a lot less of me in April, unfortunately. Or fortunately.
No, we'll call it unfortunately. Reverend Bryan is going off to get married.
Yep.
And then he'll come back with tales of his honeymoon.
Sure. All right. So we'll see you all next week.
Actually, we will see you all Sunday night because all you fine folks are coming to our equinox ritual, right?
Right.
And Candace is wishing you congratulations.
Yay.
All right. Well, once again, thank you all for joining us. Have a lovely evening and blessed be.